Hey everyone, thank you so much for checking out another video here on my Marla's Marbles YouTube page. So I'm going to be doing a cook with me video today, and I'm going to be doing my mom's lasagna, which pretty much was a staple in my house growing up, and my sister and I still make it in our own households to this day. So you're going to need the following items. You're going to need pasta sauce. I got a 24-ounce bottle because that was just the smallest I could get. You can get it in any flavor you'd like, of course. I got just the 3 cheese pasta sauce. You're only going to need about 16 ounces of this. You will also need 2 cups water, which I've already measured out, 16 ounces of ricotta cheese. You'll need 2 packages of spinach, of frozen spinach like this. I've already done the dirty work of cooking them and squeezing them because you need to squeeze them, the packages dry, so that there's not a whole lot of water in the mixture. So just pick up frozen spinach like this. And then, of course, you are going to need lasagna noodles. I have noodles from the last time I made this lasagna, so I just got another package just in case. I probably will need that other package, to be honest. But yeah, so let's get this started. You need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. If I'm looking this way, it's just because that's where I have the recipe. So I'll try not to look, I haven't made it that many times that I know it by heart yet, so I still need to look at the recipe occasionally. So let's start this off with the pasta sauce. Of course, I'm not going to use all of it, but I am going to use most of it. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to use all of it because especially with the spinach and everything else, it should actually even out pretty well. All right. If you hear any noise in the background, it's Roxy playing with one of her toys. Then I'm going to put in the ricotta spinach. And don't worry, guys, you don't have to follow, you don't have to cook with me while I'm making this video to try and get, the ingredients and the steps. I will make sure to put the instructions and the ingredients down below, so don't worry about that. And I also have the recipe up on my blog as well, so it's not so if you don't want to keep referencing this video, you can always go to the blog just for, the recipe itself. So I'm just going to squeeze the ricotta cheese in, and then, let's see, mix it up a little bit. So yeah, like I was saying, while I'm mixing this up, and this is what it looks like so far, but yeah, this was a staple growing up in my house. I'm still not sure where exactly my mom got this recipe from. But I just remember from the time I was little till the time that my sister and I, both moved out of the house for college and everything, this was a staple in our house. It was made every couple of months, I would say, somewhere around there. And it is amazing. It always does extremely well at potlucks. So if you have any potlucks coming up, this is a wonderful dish to cook for it. You do want to grease a 9 by 13 baking pan for this lasagna. So I have that all prepared right behind. So let's get the next step in. Let's put the spinach in. Quick rinse of my hands there so I don't get too dirty doing this. And it's a pretty quick recipe, honestly. It's pretty quick to, kind of whip up. So you don't have to worry about a whole, lot of, pre-doing things ahead of time, doing things ahead of time and whatnot. So, don't worry. This is something that, honestly, prep-wise, you can probably do with the cooking of the spinach. I would say probably about 20 minutes, give or take. So yeah, this is, you know, don't worry, you know, as far as like setting aside a whole lot of time to prepare this. The majority of the time is honestly going to be cooking the spinach. So yeah, just mixing the spinach in here. It's not mixing as well as it usually does, but I'm trying to get it, so just be patient with me here for a second. All right, that looks pretty good. Now, of course, one of the best parts of cooking is you taste along the way. And your 2 cups of water. So I'm just going to add that in really a cup at a time. Because once you start, you know, once you start mixing, as I'm sure you can see, it starts to get, you know, a little thicker and thicker and thicker. So you just want to mix it a cup at a time. You don't want to oversaturate it too much. Actually, I think 1 cup might be good. You might not need the 2nd cup. It really just depends also on the bowl. I mean, I'm using a fairly sized, decent sized bowl. Fairly sized, you all know what I mean. But I think 1, see, now it's starting to get a bit thicker as I'm mixing it. So I really highly doubt that I'm going to really need the 2nd cup. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. It really just depends. And you also still get some moisture from cooking the spinach because there's a lot of water in that. So it really just depends, like I said. Alrighty. And tastes yummy already. So what you're going to need to do after all of this is mixed and ready to go, you can have your ladle ready. And so what you're going to do is, I'm going to actually put this water to the side so I have a little more room here. So you're going to want to put, I don't know, about a ladle or so of the mixture in the bottom of the pan to start off with. And just make sure to, you know, spread it all over, coating the bottom. Now normally for each layer you're going to need about 3 long lasagna noodles. But since I'm using some half-cut ones from making the lasagna last time, I'm probably going to need to do a little more. But if y'all want to see really quickly, there we go. So yeah, I just want to use these up as much as possible since I already have them. I might as well, because you always want to use what you have, right? So yeah, I think I'm going to have to double, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to double up on these, which is fine. And I'll show you guys in one moment. All right. So that's what, you know, the first layer is going to look like. And you're just going to keep on doing this until you get to the top. So I'm just going to have you along with me. Hopefully it won't go by too slowly. It shouldn't, this whole part doesn't take too long to do, honestly. So we'll just chat for while I'm doing this part. So I hope you guys are doing well while you are watching this. And I know it was Labor Day last weekend, but I hope you guys all had a wonderful Labor Day weekend, that you had some fun, whether it was barbecuing and hanging out with family and friends. What is coming up? Let's see. It is almost middle of September. So Jewish high holidays are coming up for those of us that are Jewish. And then what else is coming up? I'm trying to think of any major holidays, but I can't. Halloween is coming up, of course. I am very excited about that. I cannot wait to decorate. And a new neighbor that moved in April is bringing stuff from work that she used to decorate like her cubicle last year. So we're going to use some of that this year. So I'm very excited to decorate with her. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. So yeah, I'm already like halfway through. I would say about halfway through doing this already. So as you can tell, it goes pretty quickly. Now with the spinach, now I see why. Yeah, definitely gonna need more or less the 2 cups. Just add it in as you see that you need to be honest. But yeah, I definitely needed to add some water into the mixture. I might not need the box of lasagna noodles. That may not have to happen. We'll see though. We'll see. So yeah. Besides that, everything's going well with me, in case any of you are wondering. I'm trying to think of something to talk about while I'm doing this. I have some great videos coming up. I know some of you all asked for more DIY. So this is kind of a DIY of sorts. I had mentioned that I was going to be doing a quick car maintenance post, which I might be recording later today. They're not all going to be put up at the same time, but I might be recording that today because it's pretty gorgeous outside right now. So we'll see if that happens. Oh, something to tell you guys about while I'm doing this. I went to go see a performance yesterday of Henry V by a Shakespeare in the Park group. It was magnificent. The actors were incredible. I mean, it was an amazing play. It was about 2 hours, and it was just amazing. All right. So I actually am going to need this, but only for a noodle or two. Oh, you know, 1 or 2 noodles. So, because I'm on my last layer, if you can believe it. So yeah, I had a really good time at the play yesterday. And I may be going to another Shakespeare play sometime soon in the next week or so. I may not. We'll see if plans work out and everything else works out. But I love Shakespeare, if you didn't know that about me. So you're getting to learn a little bit about me while I make this. I went to England when I was 7, and I fell absolutely head over heels in love with William Shakespeare and the work, and became a fan. I even memorized a couple of sonnets since I was 7 years old. I actually memorized one at 7, and then over the years I have memorized a couple more. All right, I am almost finished here. All right. Last layer. Last layer. So I hope you're enjoying this video. I've never done a cook with me video before, so it's kind of exciting. And might do one of these again if I get a good response. So while I'm talking about that, please make sure to give this a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. And if you really liked it and you want to see more, please